Something monstrous has seized my bait.
That's the fish.
At the bottom of a freezing 2,000-foot deep Norwegian fjord.
It could be another 50 yards, it could be another 100.
I've never had to haul any fish up such an extraordinary distance, way higher than the Empire State Building.
There's a pulsing, there's a very, very sort of slow pulsing.
It's rolling, it's rolling. You have to, that's what you feel.
If this is a Greenland shark and its rough skin touches the braid, the line will sever and I'll lose my last chance.
It's very important the other lines come in to make sure that we don't get tangled. I think it's getting near the boat. It's probably aware of the boat now. Leader's in sight. Okay.
There she is, there she is.
The Greenland shark. It's just too big to bring on board. We'd only injure it trying. We'll have to tie it alongside.
It's a monstrous thing to find this far inland and to bring up from such a depth as well, but we're just trying to get the tail rope on it now. Only then will we be able to get a good idea of its length and dimensions. I mean, by the standards of what normally lives inland, this is huge, this is monstrous. Willem's reckoning possibly 400 pounds.
Despite their enormous size, they're a mystery to science. We know virtually nothing about how they live, breed or hunt.
It's very hard to actually see this creature well. It's night time, but this is a long, solid-bodied animal. Small dorsal fin, that's not your normal erect, sharp dorsal fin. If this was actually at the surface, you wouldn't see that characteristic triangle cutting the surface. It'd be just more of a smooth hump.
But if I want to get a closer look, and if the fish can't come to me in the boat, I have to go to the fish. I've no choice but to get into the freezing water with the world's largest predatory shark after the great white.
This water, even through the dry suit and about 5 layers of undergarments, is cold. It's cold, and this thing lives in it all the time. We're not up here, nearly half a mile down. Dark brown in colour. If this came up and did break the surface, you wouldn't actually think it was a shark. You wouldn't know what it was. It has got this sort of upturned boat hull appearance. What a beast this is.
It's believed they'll eat almost anything they come across down in the abyssal depths. No one yet knows what potential threat they pose to humans.
I've lost the front of the shark. I'm a bit too close to the business end. I'm going to come back a little bit. I think it's probably getting close to the time when we should actually set the hook out and let it go back to the depths. Yep. Okay.
As I clamber out of the freezing fjord, Frederick tags the shark in case it ever surfaces again.
Good, hook's out, tail rope to go. Oh, it's gone already, and it just seems very unreal now that it was here. I almost need to pinch myself that this is inland. This is a fish that is huge by inland standards. Not just a large creature, but a very, very extraordinary creature, and something that very, very little is known about. A lot of people, even living around here, no idea that creatures like that are almost right under their noses.
But could this mysterious giant be the creature behind the legend of Loch Ness? I've considered the contenders, from whales and dolphins, to seals and sturgeon, and even plesiosaurs. But one by one, I've had to dismiss them all. But in Iceland, the home of the Vikings monster myths, I came across a real contender.
Hákarl. It also means the one.
That ultimately led me to the one, the Greenland shark in this abyssal fjord in Norway.
But what I'm realizing now is just how special that encounter was. To see that creature rise from the depths on the end of my line. I've seen this thing myself. I know it exists.
And I believe it could have inspired some of the monster stories that the Vikings passed between generations and across the lands they conquered. From experience, I've learned that many legends hold a grain of truth. And I'm now wondering whether not just the myth, but the animal itself ever surfaced in Loch Ness. I'm Jeremy Wade. For more than 30 years, I've been investigating underwater mysteries.
It's a fish!
And uncovering nightmarish beasts. And now, I'm going back in time to find the ultimate of a monster. 500 million years of evolution has seen a chilling array of deadly fish that were bigger, stranger, and more terrifying than anything alive today. For millions of years, the remains of these long-lost killers were locked in stone. But thanks to new technology, their lethal secrets are emerging like never before.
It's amazingly clear. You've got upper jaw, lower jaw.
And now that the door to the distant past is inching further open, I have to go through.
Incredible!
But it won't be easy. I'll have to piece together clues from the fossils of long-extinct killers and from today's top predators.
There it is, there it is, there it is.
To unlock the greatest red monster that's ever. Hirta captured the first video footage of a creature long described as the layer.
And this is a very strange looking skate, but it's still not the fish I'm looking for.